Welcome back. I'm Fiona Mbowa here at Church of Uganda Family TV with Ring Diaries, and today we are discussing why marriage. And even in the break, I didn't understand, and I'm still trying to be educated. I think I'm too old to understand how this generation is managing. So, Preston, you said the girls have to have principles.
Yeah, principles. But principles usually come from the background.
Okay.
Majorly, the girls who have grown up with probably a mom, they are not good wife materials.
What do you mean they're not good wife material?
Grown
see,
with their mothers.
Without the father?
Yeah, a father figure. The problem with I'm not attacking mothers, but mothers just have a soft spot for their children, be it the boys, be it the girls. And I'm not going to mention names, but most of the people you would look at and be like, whoa, this kind of person, you're going to find out they grew up with them. I know some, but I'm telling you, if you do a research and you find out, like, you look at someone and like on TV and like, why would my daughter do that? You're going to find out they grew up with their mom, not their dad. Because
So when you have no father figure,
yes,
what happens?
I don't know. Moms are just, they are soft people. There are things like their principles they can't stand with, like a kid will go out, and like they will just do this and they will just be like, hey, don't do this again, and what, then tomorrow she does it again and she gets used to it. But a dad is not going to allow that nonsense because he knows what is out there, which is not in mothers. So me, I've been advised, if you're looking for a wife,
Look for one with a father.
someone who has grown up
Both
with
parents.
Yes.
Now already you're disqualifying most people.
No, I'm not saying all of them. There are girls who like have their principles. Even if they have not grown up with anyone, they have their principles. Like they don't want to know, this is me, and so it's I don't know. Girls just have to have principles, and they have to be honest. Like, I'm coming at your place, but you're not going to come at my place, and because you can come at my place and be there for like 5 days.
Those doing what? What is someone in your place?
Those 5 days we're just having fun. By the time I invite you to my place for those 5 days, that means that is the time you're going to I'm still looking for money. Chidil may come, I get money. So those 5 days when I have like that money is when I'm going to call you. So we're going to have fun and what. So the money will reduce within the 5 days. The money that remains there, we can only afford lunch, supper. But now we've been drinking, going and whatever. Now we don't have that. So now anger issues come in. Because now girls get used to what you introduce them to. So I've introduced you to, like, we go out, we eat this and this and this. Now we have to cook our own food or even eat a Rolex each night. You understand? We have been drinking that expensive alcohol, we can't anymore. Now we're drinking this, So now the anger comes in. Now the woman is used to that.
The introductory part matters.
And that's what I'm saying. Until now, that's what I'm saying. Where did I find you? You guys, let's be honest. Most of us are getting women from bars. Not like meetings, like probably I went for a meeting.
Oh, church. When do you go to church?
What about church?
Not when we're in church, everyone is praying for their problems. So I don't,
You can't concentrate on anyone. You're concentrating on your
problems.
problems.
God, I have these problems. So my mind is like, this time I have to assure God, He will listen. By the time someone goes to church, a person like me, if I go to church, I really have a big problem. So I'm not going to concentrate on a woman. Like, I've come to see women. I've come to tell God, I have this and this. We go by that. But now, the time I have to get women is probably parties. And when you're in a party, everyone is there to be happy. If you want a woman, go to the burial. Now, all of you guys have problems. Trust me. Until you look for that one probably, let's say if the dad has died, go for that one who the father has died. Because now you know the real person. You know the real problem that person
and that's why you really are terming it as prison. Because look at where
Why
you
you're
get the
picking
woman. You pick
people?
the woman from.
So where are you
Dubai,
supposed to
you
get a
pick the
woman
woman from?
Because again, if we say church, those people have a lot of problems.
Better in church because you can still pray for those problems.
But
and
there are
God
very
can
many people who are in
relieve
church and have bad hearts. Very many.
Depending
Yeah, it
on
depends.
where,
I'm not
where-
saying all of them, but very many.
But then that point of getting a lady from the bar, from happening places,
Burial.
burial ceremony, maybe
So someone is
circumcision
there
and so on.
If we did a survey
Get from Dambalu.
of all actually even
Dambalu.
those men below 35, like 35 and below, most of their women, they got them from probably those old school, those games they have, the football matches, bars. These people get women from bars. Very many people are marrying their women
But
from
what
bars.
kind of woman are you picking in a bar?
You can't know. That's why I said you have
No,
to be with a woman
already your
for 8
sample
years.
space is
It's dark.
All of
it's
the
darkness
problem is that
itself.
the sample space you're talking about, to get the large number, you have to go to those places.
No, but Preston,
Very many
going back to
girls
what
now
we
go
were
to
saying
church.
about parents.
And even the girls who go to church usually go there just because they know they are sinners. They know the things they
They
do.
go there to look for.
No, they know
also
the
good
things they do. So they
partners.
are like, man.
Preston,
what
you
girls
said
are
that
doing outside
good girls,
there?
the good girls you go for should have fathers because fathers are stronger and they don't
that's
allow
a
the
very key issue.
Now get back, would a father allow their child to go to a bar?
No.
Yes.
So you're picking from the people, like your sample space is already corrupted.
Yeah. So now let me give an example. Let's say I go to the bar. I have a father. If you, like, let's say I call the girls comes to the bar, like, let me take you out and what? If the father comes back at 7, that girl is going to tell me by 6 I have to be home because my dad comes back at 7. That's why I'm saying a father is very important.
No, what I'm trying to help you understand, Preston, is where you're picking people already is a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem because we have nowhere else to pick them from. Where else? Church?
What about workplace?
Workplace. Those are the worst people. Those are the worst people. You can't date your workmate
How are they the worst?
because these people already know you.
Wouldn't you want someone who knows you?
No,
I think
you have to
that-
leave some for yourself.
That would be better. That would
No,
be
you have
better
to leave
because
some
the
for
person
yourself.
already knows you and in all access sense you also know her, whether you don't work in the same environment.
Now,
but
what Tony is saying is what I term as the Western influence. Like, the man is there, he makes the money, but the controller is the woman.
that is different.
And that is what is in all
that is
marriages that are
different.
lasting now. The man has to be a stupid person, and it has,
Of course.
and it has
First,
been
listen.
it has been shown. The movies we see these days, the man is just there. Oh, he goes and works, he makes like the money. The woman controls. Let's buy this car. Let's
Preston,
buy this
let
house.
me first
No,
tell
you're
you
not
one
going
thing.
there. Carry my bag. Those things you get.
Let me first tell you one thing.
It's not
For a
right.
marriage to last for
The
long,
man has to be stupid.
not a man.
One
One of you has
Has to be stupid.
not being
Not
stupid.
stupid.
One of you has
No,
to.
like I'm not saying stupid. Like I don't know how to tell me.
No, one
Okay,
of
someone
you,
has to like allow another
one
one
of
to
you has to
like,
be low.
It is not stupidity, it is
Yes, one of you has
compromise.
to compromise or to be low. Because if all of you are high,
yeah.
then nobody will. Though they
I
say the
think
woman is
compromising
supposed
is
to
why
be
you like-
submissive.
Compromising is why, like you say, for the sake, right?
For the sake of this
Yes, for the
marriage,
sake
today
of
you
marriage.
win, tomorrow I will win.
Yes,
A woman can
it's
never
a
allow
win
you
on
to
one
win.
situations.
The moment you allow a woman to win today, for example, if probably like a woman tells you, babe, I'm going to probably peel matoke, you wash
For
the
you
dishes.
wash the dishes.
You will do it again and again
No,
and
no,
again.
no.
Forever.
Yes. So she will get used like, I do this.
As in,
Okay, marriage, we should go back to the basics. The man does this, the woman does this. But now marriage is more or less like, how can a man remain home? Like, let me be a stay-home dad. There are men doing that now.
and what's wrong with
It's
that?
very wrong. That is the Western influence I'm talking about. That is not marriage.
I stay home and the woman
The
works.
woman works. Would you do that?
Of course I don't.
Now you see?
So, because
So
one
now
of
we
the
have
things
agreed on
is you
something.
can't survive on a woman's
you
money.
can't.
What do you mean you can't survive on how much?
No.
You can't survive.
Yes, let me tell you,
You
you
can't-
can't survive
you'll wash
on a woman's
plates.
money. in a reason that
You will clean
it
the
is
house.
not reliable.
You
No,
will carry
not
the
about
kid. You will even
cleaning the house.
breastfeed.
First, listen. Not about cleaning the house. Like a woman will tell you that my money is sente ya chichara.
Yeah.
You get the point. And now if you are a man who is staying at home, you may be staying at home, reason being maybe you lost your job or something, or you are sick. But if you are not sick or you've not lost your job, then you can't be a dad staying at home. And for me, what I tell my wife, there's a situation where she can even earn more money than you. Yes, but you tell her that one thing, you are big enough when you are at your workplace, but when you come home, whether I earn 200,000 and you are getting 1
You see,
million,
the problem
I
is,
still remain
Tony,
the head of the
Tony,
family.
you can
Let me
say
first
whatever
take-
you say.
Yes.
The moment a woman knows I have money, yeah, she will just tell the kids, Muagarachi, and she will do that. And
Yes,
the moment
let
she has
her
kids
do
on
it.
her
She's
side,
doing for the
you will
sake
just
of
be
her
there as a
children.
picture, and all you'll be saying is, I'm the man of the house, but you're cleaning, you're washing.
That is not necessarily what I'm talking about.
But I am actually trying to understand which people you are seeing around you.
Yes, these are things I've seen. I'm not
And
saying
you have
this.
done it maybe
I've not done it
sometimes.
because if I'd done it, probably I would also be like you, like saying the woman and what, you know. But I'm like.
But
You
for
guys
me,
are-
I've not done it. You are telling it probably like
I'm
me,
sorry,
but me, I did
probably.
not
No,
do it,
but-
and I'm not doing
No, I feel
it.
like that's where you're going because
No,
because
no.
Tony is not that old. He's still young. But time is going to come like you're 45, you're 60, you know.
And the woman will start making me clean.
That's what. No, she will not. But now she will be controlling everything.
No,
The
that
man is
is
supposed to
impossible.
control all their
You
things.
remember
until-
the background you said at first. The introductory part of your wife matters a lot.
Yeah.
You said when you get used to her, you take her outside, you take expensive beers and so on.
Not beers.
But no, I'm giving
Soda.
examples. Or sodas, or wine or something
Expensive
like
soda.
that. So that comes now a situation when
Yeah, you have
don't
to maintain.
You have to maintain that particular regularity for the rest of the life. By the time you break it off, that is where issues come in. So the advice is tomorrow when you get your
you know why
woman,
sometimes I support
the introductory
there's
part
that
is
idea
better.
of borders that they have. Get a beautiful girl, impregnate her, put her home, she feds. Do you know why
She
they do
does
that?
what?
Do you know why they do that? That border idea. Get a beautiful girl, impregnate her, muteke waka, like just make her fed. Do you know why they do that? Because they know women. A woman, the moment you lose your value, she's going to get other people. That is it. That is it.
But
We don't want to agree with that, but that's facts. You know, she's working, you know, for your home, you have nothing. Her friends are going to be like, today we have a party.
And she moves.
She has to go. What will you tell her?
you mean I can't call and say,
Fiona,
Tony,
listen,
I have a
but
party at
it
work.
is
Is it okay for me
Much
to
as
go?
you are
Fiona
I'm
will-
at home,
no,
but
he will say okay because she's the breadwinner. She's now bringing in the money. But you don't know what is going to happen there. She's probably with her boss, you know. The boss is like, okay, this weekend let's go here.
Preston,
Like,
haven't
Tony
you ever
Jari.
seen married people where maybe something has comes up the way you said, maybe you've lost your job, and the woman actually is the one taking care
Yeah,
of home,
I've seen.
and
yeah,
they are
I've seen.
very
and
okay.
they're very okay.
No, the thing is, one thing you're forgetting is the man has to be okay.
Like he must be okay because he has no option.
You have no option.
But also, I've seen ladies whereby they bring all their money and actually give the man, and he's the one to discuss.
Hey, Auntie Kati, it's the same thing. It is changing. And if the man makes the money, gives the woman, like buy food and what? The woman is giving you money, buy
No,
food,
but you're
take the
taking
kids out.
No,
That's what the woman is doing.
no,
With
that's
the
not
woman
what
now.
he's doing. What he's doing is, I'm bringing my money.
And
This
I'm
is
giving
our
it to my
money.
husband.
So can we plan for it together?
You plan, since you're the woman, you're the one who has a lot of time. Let me go and work. That's what the woman is trying to tell you. Like for
He's
real.
telling the man in real action.
She's
sense
not even
that
telling you by words.
Okay, of
She's
course,
telling
by-
you with actions.
by
like, yes,
integrity.
babe, I made money.
Is there a win with you? Because whether I give you the money or I don't, either way, the man loses. From
what
what
you
you're
have to
saying.
do as a man, if the woman gives you the money, eat it, steal it. The same way women do. Steal it. Like, revamp yourself with that
So
money.
when he gives the money plan for the house,
And so that
steal
when they
it.
are good, like you go back up and you regain your,
your
Oh, my
position
dear
as
girl.
a man in the
Man.
house. But I pray that such thing do not happen to you, because you are still.
It cannot happen to me because if I'm poor, because right now I'm not that stable. I'm not married. I would rather stay single. And there are people who have like produced kids and they have looked after their kids when they're not even married.
They are there.
Yeah.
Do you think there's anything good about being married?
Probably the house is always clean. Food is always there. Your
table.
clothes are always ironed.
Beyond that, but that one, a maid can do that for
Auntie,
you.
that's what I'm
And
saying.
even you,
but
you
I can't
can,
have a
you
maid at
can
my
do
house.
it also.
Why
I can
not?
iron.
Yes, you as a person, you can clean, you can
Obviously.
prepare food, you
No,
can
no.
wash and
No,
iron
so
for
that
yourself.
means my money is useless because I'm seeing my man has to do that. They wash, they iron for me. You get someone comes and cleans for you,
Someone
like dobbies and what? Buy a washing machine. Like let your money work for you. So why are you
So,
sweating?
Preston, honestly, you don't see anything good in being married.
It's jail. That's how I describe it.
Marriage is jail.
Yeah.
it's like you have been in prison.
A rich man, the moment you go in jail, you sleep on a small mattress. So even if you're a big man, how you'll carry a bag for a woman. You'll carry the children. That's what I think.
That is according
stand
to
there.
him. His ideas are
Tony,
different.
please
These are
help us because
specific.
I'm worried that after this
No.
show, all the boys won't want to marry. Please tell us something good
All
about marriage.
boys want marriage. I myself want marriage.
You want
but-
to go to jail?
But
Yes.
again, you're saying marriage is jail.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I myself I want that jail. But again, I look at the things that I'm going to face there. There's no profit. So all I have to do is just accept that this is this. That's why I'm saying a man should marry like when you're 45, like you're tired. I tell you, you need to marry like someone who is young, probably like 30 or 28.
And then
Why?
that is how you end up terming marriage as jail now. Because if you are really
No,
an
because
old
by
man
the time I'm
and you are
45,
marrying a girl who is
I'm
very
assuming
younger
by the
than
time
you,
I'm 45, I'm financially stable and what I've worked things out. So now I'm getting this young girl who's just trying to work out life, So I have a bigger control.
maybe what you would say is the best time for you to get married is when you are settled. You have everything you want in life.
Yeah.
You build.
But
you
why
are
can't we
thriving.
work together, me
But
and
for
you?
me, I
And
feel like that is the Western culture. But for us in Uganda here, a man can get married when even you don't have anything.
Wait,
and you
As
build
long as you are
yourself.
working.
Which place?
First, wait.
which
As
place are you
long
going
as
to get
you are
married when you have
working.
nothing? The Baku will chase you.
First, listen.
And even
As
beat
long
you.
as you are working, cultures are different. That may happen in central region here, but for us in northern Uganda, you find boys getting married. Is the father to pay everything, right from dowry to everything. And when the woman is brought at home, still the parent will support in food, in everything. The woman will first stay in the house for about like 6 months when it's being fed by the father of the boy. And then that is when, by the time they give them a land aside, that means that
By the time
are-
they give them,
yes,
they give
yes,
them.
they give them a land. That means that they are now a little bit stabilized. They can now start their own life. That is in a local culture. But when it comes to the civilized type of relationship, whereby you get a woman and you have first to be stabilized, you have first to get a car, buy a house or build a house, have a business in place, that means that you need to settle in 45 years, as you have said. But to me, a working relationship, a working marriage is where you start from ground zero.
Yeah. But it's not a must.
Yeah, it's not a must. You start from ground zero. A woman comes in your house, knows that I found this man with one bed sheet and a small mattress. So we are going to develop
Tony, do you
and work
believe in
on together.
cheating? Do you believe in
Let me
cheating
first
in marriage?
finish. We work on together. By the time he's there, then the woman is contented. We have worked all this together, and the woman will not forever leave the home because she
It's
knows
part of
very
the
well it's
journey.
part of the journey.
Tony, do you believe
Then
in
the
cheating?
other part of cheating you are talking of,
No, do you believe in cheating?
Whether you believe it or not,
whether
it's
you
there.
believe it or
Yes.
not, it is there.
So you cheat on your wife?
I don't.
Really?
I don't.
Okay.
So
What Tony is saying?
this is a situation
Tony, what
whereby
you're
you
saying?
look
Ask
at.
me also answer.
No, what Tony is, what Tony is telling me. My mother has told me that.
You
know?
start together.
No. When this woman, there's a woman who lied to my mother that she's pregnant for me. My mother was like, keep that kid. If you guys can't, you can bring the kid to me. I can look
nurture.
after what and what. You understand? That is not right. After I broke up with this woman, when I found out that she was lying to my mother said, please, don't get married. You're still young. You understand the analogy? So it is just a situation that people get into.
But maybe you have had a series of bad relationships.
But again, it's not.
I
it's
think
not
you have
that.
been, they are planted already so many poor seeds in you.
Because
Like
marriage
the girls
marriage
that
is beautiful.
The
Yeah,
girls
it
that
is.
you
Trust
you
me, marriage is
engage
beautiful.
with them,
Do you know when you
given
reach
you a
at your
wrong
friend's
story.
place, and like everything is organized, the screen
Stop
is not
looking at the
dusty.
house. We're looking at the marriage. Marriage is between the man and the woman.
Marriage doesn't exceed food, sex, and probably clean house.
Is that what you think marriage is?
What else?
What,
and
what
having
about
kids.
the kids?
Auntie, that's what I've said, and having kids.
But how about the relationship between me and my husband?
Auntie, the relationship is like soda. It goes up and down. They
Oh,
take back the
God.
soda to the factory. They feed it. You drink it again. It just like recycle. That is a relationship.
Relationships can't be recycled. They
It is
only
recycled. That's what.
recycling part.
No. By the way, if you're saying that, then you're very wrong. That's why you see people go for dates. People go for vacations.
Yes.
To rekindle the love.
Yes, but that what I'm
You
trying
can't tell me
That's-
you're going
that's
to be
not
home
recycling.
year after year, and your woman is going to be. She will just become like a bodyguard, askari. Until my husband comes back at this time, I open, I give them food, actually made. Until Mwemere eats, you go and sleep. Those are people you even find like they spend like 6 months without having sex, and yet they are saying they are married.
I need to take this man under my wing for some time for the sake of Uganda, because if this is what the young men are thinking, then we've created
Not
a
only
bad
us,
picture.
even the girls.
No, what I'm saying is,
Having
if this is what the young people are seeing, then we, the marrieds, have created a very poor image of marriage.
Until the married people who are successful are now like keeping their marriages, like because they know now external energies are the ones that spoil marriages. So people that are in really good relationships don't want people to interfere with them, because they know if I bring in people that are going to spoil my relationship.
But that's why we have shows like this, where you see people married and happy.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Like
And
Tony,
that's why
and you're not believing.
That's what I've said. I'm not against marriage, but I'm against people not agreeing to the reality. You can't come to my place. We are there for 6 years. I've been housing you for the second.
So you've been a landlord.
Hey.
To that lady.
Then nkuyambusulira bwere, like you're sleeping for free. Like how they call those things, where there are those housing things where like the people who don't have where to stay, like they keep you. They are in America. It's the same thing I'm doing.
You're a shelter.
Yes, I'm giving you shelter. So you're like a child to me. You get. Marriage is supposed to be lawful, whether by tradition, whether by law, whether by church. That's how, over Hindu, whatever. That is marriage. But these things of you've been staying with me for 6 years, you're entitled to this and this, no.
So that means that the girl should learn to the girl should learn to make decisions.
That is actually what I'm
bring
taking
them
from
to
this. Yeah.
principles. Because by the time you get into someone's house, actually, first study the atmosphere. Whether you have stayed with that person for 2 years or 1 year, study the atmosphere. Bring questions that are related to when
To
are we
marriage.
visiting
Like
my
find out what I
parents.
really want. And actually,
Yes.
No,
men,
but what you're
as men,
saying
we
is, you
speak.
say when we say you take you to my parents, you say I'm pushing you from what you said. That the girl is forcing you.
That's why I say most of the people who get married are just forced. Mostly the men.
They are just
It's
forced.
very hard to
And
find
if you're saying
it's
we
very
should
hard to
tell
find-
you that
it's
I
very
need
hard
to.
to find That's why you see very many few people. These proposals you see, they are very few compared to the kuchara. The moment you see kuchara, just know it is the woman's effort. The moment you see a proposal, it is the man's effort. Because there is no way a woman is going to force you to kneel down and bring the ring.
You're sure I can't force you to kneel down and bring the ring?
There are few. Of course, there are. Even kuchara, there are those that men do it.
Yes, when
But
the man
again,
has actually
the
decided.
mere fact that you've said you can force a man, you've agreed with what I'm saying.
No,
No.
I'm not agreeing with what you're saying. But one of the things that I think we've created a poor image of marriage, us who are married. But also,
Very true.
secondly, what I'm picking from all this is our dear girls, please have your principles. Because you hear what the men are saying.
Have your principles right.
So I refuse to come to your home. But most people, you refuse and you leave them.
It can't work out. But if the person really loves you,
She will come.
no, like the man, he will do everything to make sure
You come.
like he breaks to your principles. And this is the truth. If you want to stay with your man, have principles. The moment you become taken by love and you're doing what the man tells you, it's done. Men love women who give them challenges. If you don't give a man a challenge, he's going to use you.
And there are men that hates challenges. Like when a girl gives you so many challenges, you term it as that is not love. You don't love me.
Challenges.
Yes,
I
that's
don't.
the scenario
When I
is
say
there.
challenges, when I say challenges,
I don't
it
mean
is you
that I'm
sticking to your
lacking this,
principles.
I'm lacking
It's still
this,
the same
no.
thing. No, it's not about
It's
lacking.
not that.
Actually, there are girls who are like, they're just principles. They don't care about how much you have. They don't care about where you live. But
If
she
it
has
is,
a
I won't meet you after 6, I
Yes.
won't meet you. I won't come to your house if there is no other person.
know?
That is it.
There are girls like we cannot have sex until we are married. And people have married and have stayed with their women
But
because
can
the
you
girl
do,
sticks
can
to
you do that?
who?
You who
According
dates?
to you
Yeah,
6 months?
yeah. Even 2 years. I can date someone for 2 years.
You're dating twice. We left it alone. If a girl actually came and told you, Preston,
Yeah.
if we are to get married, it is no sex before marriage.
Yeah, I can if I love. If I love her, I can. And if
you-
she's worth it,
How do you measure the word?
I don't know. It's just natural. I think you can just tell. Because we meet people, so you can't tell. You just feel it. I think it's natural. It's God who did that. Yeah.
Tony, I need you to give some education to this young man before we come to the close of this show. About what should marriage actually be?
For him, he's terming us the cleanliness of the house, bringing food on table, and so on, and children. But marriage is actually love. And one of the things that Preston has to know tomorrow in future when you get married, those futures you consider as minor. What you need to consider most is forming a family, just as our parents did it, raising the children, and getting a greater future between you, your wife, and your children in future. Because by the time you term your wife as you are only giving me a clean atmosphere and bearing children before me, that means that that is where the prison saying comes in. And even I believe there are girls out there that also say the same, that marriage is prison. Because the decision you make at the first scenes matters a lot. Matters
That's true,
a
I
lot.
agree
So
with that.
if your decision is not clear, then even your step you are making ahead will not be clear as well. So for me, my only advice to those
Preston.
young girls and Preston who is planning to get married soon is just to make a great starting point, and introduce this person that I'm going to get married to you, but I'm ABCD. Don't expect a lot from me, but we shall move together if you love me and I love you. And the woman will come in the house and settle. But if you introduce her to a lifestyle,
sodas.
expensive sodas, as you were saying, a lifestyle that she feels like this man
going
has. And tomorrow, if you don't have, that is when she will start going out with
other
friends,
people.
with other people who have. So the introductory part of relationship
Really
beats the
matters.
next journey towards your marriage.
Okay.
Yes. So I feel like most of us who are married, maybe our stepping stone were not good. And that is why there are so many challenges in marriage these days. You started when you were in a poor state. The woman was also in a poor state. Now maybe she has reached somewhere. You also, you have reached somewhere. You begin eating on your heads like this. So that makes marriage become a prison. You find quarrels in the house. People are disagreeing. But if you came from a stone whereby all of you knew very well that we all suffered to get this fridge, we suffered to get this sofa set, so a woman will step in her house and relax and know that, oh, we really did well. We had a great struggle to reach where we are right now. And in most cases, you find girls want what they call a chiwede.
According to what Tony is saying, is marriage is where two people just come together to build each other.
Yeah, you build yourself.
That is what marriage
Build
should
yourself.
actually be.
Just come together with
So why
your
can't
partner.
why can't the man build, then the other person finds?
Preston, leave us alone. What Tony has said is true. So Preston, for you, I want you to just as we come to the end of this, to just tell us
What's
what
good about marriage?
not what's good about. Clearly, you have nothing. But what would be ideal that you want to see in married
marriage.
people? No, the married people. What would you want to see us do?
I think married people should just be open to people. You see, it's more or less like when someone is advising you to start a business. They don't tell you the bad side of the business. They'll be like, oh, if you do this in a week, you can make this. They should come out and be like, and tell us the whole truth. Like, this really happens. Some of us have tried cohabiting. And the things we found there,
They chased
me,
you
there is
out.
something I used to hear. The man comes, parks his car, he first stays in the parking. I did that at my age. Can you imagine? So people have to tell us the truth.
The truth.
Like, this is what happens
So
in
to
marriage.
prepare yourselves.
Yes. Not just telling, like parents, get married, you're getting old. Like, first tell me, what is there? What am I going to need? That's the whole point. Like, married people have to tell us. And have to be open with us. Because all of us want to get married at a certain point in life. It's just that the situations change. But all of us, when we are growing, we wanted to get married at some point and have kids and have a family.
Wow. Thank you very much, Preston, for being a good representative to the single men and possibly women. And thank you, Tony, for being here and representing the married. And for me, as we come to the end of this, I think some things that have stood out for us. One, married people, we need to do better. And I think, as Preston has said, we need to not just sugarcoat things, but actually tell people the reality of marriage and the fact that marriage is good, by the way,
It's good.
and it's fun, and it can be the best thing that can happen to you if you're with the right person.
Yeah.
But also to learn that, girls, for me, it breaks my heart when someone is saying you brought yourself. If someone has not invited you, don't go. Because now clearly they're going to say you brought yourself, so please take yourself away. But also clearly, girls, we need to have more principles.
True.
We need to know what you stand for, regardless of what society believes. For you as an individual, what do you believe in? Thank you very much for watching. I'm Byona Tumusiime here at Church of Uganda Family TV with Ring Diaries.